It's that time again, Tamers! Welcome back to the King's Court. I'm your host, Michael, the thick boy of the King's Court, and I'm presenting you with a consecutive time topping, so two-time first place, and as of recently, second place deck profile for Machinedramon. Hope you're all ready for it. Before we get started, a few things. First, as always, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, ring the bell for notifications so you know when we upload. Give a like to our Instagram. And question of the day. How do you feel about Machinedramon? Do you feel it's solid? Do you feel anything can be done to make it better? And do you think it needs anything at all? Yeah, also, this will also serve to be an announcement. I will be starting a new series. As Isaac does Agumon Expert, I figure I would do a series talking about ins and outs of Machinedramon, and I feel I want to call that Machinedramon Mechanic. Let me know what you guys think. This series should be coming out within the week, and we'll go into more there. So yeah, I took... Oh, and if you're wondering about the finger, be careful when cooking. That's something you should know. So, overall, this deck has been performing beautifully. Have made some pretty decent additions and changes since the release of BT12. So, without further ado, let's get into it. And I'll explain card choices and text right now, but I'll do it when we get to it. So, first things first, we are not playing Pokemon. We are instead playing 4 copies of BT9 Doraemon. If you don't know what Doraemon does, it's when you put something in your sources, when he's the egg, you draw one. Really good, especially because Machinedramon does that a lot. You get it, and if you're using X Antibody Chaosdramon, you're doing it every turn, so you're drawing one, getting every turn. So, pretty good. Also, I love the campaign rare of this card. It is so cute. My little boy, my little minions. Alright, next we're going to do the rookies. Rookies have changed up, definitely. We are playing a few more than we used to, but I feel it's fine. So we're going to start off with the MVP, or at least the one that's always standard. 3 copies of EX1 Hagurumon. It's a machine cyborg. It's a machine card. On play, discarded Digimon with machine or cyborg in their traits, and you draw 2. Essentially a 1 for 2, so +1. Or at least a 0, if you think about it. But I'm not going to get more... I'll get into more of that later. Been the MVP so far. Really helps when digging for pieces, and if you have to Digivolve into it. On top of it, it does suck, but... C'est la vie. The new card, or at least I haven't played the other builds, I haven't discussed it, is 3 copies of BT9, or BT7 Dorumon. BT7 Doraemon. So BT7 Doraemon and Doraemon. I totally forgot BT9. Woo, where am I today? Anyway, so you don't play for his on play. You're really never going to use that. In fact, I would say you don't care about it. You only care about the inheritable, which is once per turn when you add a source, gain a memory. Again, with Chaosdramon X, you have this in the stack, you're gaining a memory and drawing one. Constantly advancing resources. I have thought about 4, but I think 3 is fine. I might do 4. Again, leave me in the comments if you think 4 is fine, or you think 3 is fine. And for our most recent tourney, I ran 3 copies of Chikurimon. So a very easy effect. Players can reduce play costs. That doesn't bother me at all in this deck. I only ran this because Crosshair is getting more popular in my shop, and people are playing Bailstar. I didn't play Bailstar. Game 1, I did play this against Crosshair, and it worked out. And Game 2 and 3, just couldn't see it. But I'll get over Crosshair later. If you don't want to play Chikurimon, and you want more of a standard or inheritance-based build, you can go ahead and play 3 Jazzamon. And I'll explain this more when I do the series, but this just gives you an extra 1k if you have it on play. I was running this in the older build, so I thought I'd just mention here that you can also play this instead of Chikurimon. Alright, for our champions, or Les Champions, if you know who that is, you guys are the MVP. 4 copies of EX1 Gardramon. It's a blocker, doesn't come up as much, inheritable to discard, draw 2, same as Hagurumon. Really good. This can deck you out though, so be careful with that. And it's a cost 2 Digivolve, so if your opponent gives you 1, This gives them one right back. It's easy enough to do. It's fine. I love it. would not change that. Maybe we'll change it to a different ratio, but for right now, that's what we're doing. And then 3 copies of Tankmon. Okay, so this is where I guess you can make the argument or the change. I'm running 3 copies of Tankmon because I like the one for Digivolve and it's a cyborg. But I will probably test out how Numamon is, the 3-cost champion, 1 to Digivolve. Only because it's a 3-cost to play. So this gives you champion into ultimate much easier. And it's a 6-cost, so I might consider it. I just need to pick them up. I don't have any on me at the moment. I might check my store. And our last champion we play is Mercurymon. Indeed. Unfortunately, we are not playing Grumblemon anymore. This card is much better. I would say it's better in certain decks. I would say this in D-Brigade and Dark Knightmon are much better. But in here, it's fine. I might cut it because it really didn't come up as much. I'm probably going to consider cutting it. I just don't know before yet. It's a hybrid, and then when Digivolving or on play, you get something blocker. So it's pretty good. Oh, I guess the bonus question of the day, bonus little question. Do you want to see any updates to Machinedramon or D-Brigade or Dark Knightmon? I don't think I've ever actually put Dark Knightmon on the channel yet, so would you want to see that? Also, I have a Hunter deck that I built recently in this set, and I have, what's it called? Ooh, I'm a little spotty today. Imperial, I can try to update Imperial. So let me know if you want to see any updates to decks that I have or anything new, and I will try to facilitate. Alright, for Ultimates, which we run a decent amount of, I'm just going to show off a lot. So the only runs we run 2 of are 2 of BT9 Megadramon, which is when Digivolving you pop a 3-cost lower tamer or Digimon. This is really good to get rid of like annoying little buggers if you want to. Or if you really want to get rid of, like, in Crossheart, getting rid of a tamer that has, like, a lot of Digimon underneath it. Even Hunters can be good. Against Bogramon, that's actually really good, too. So, I would recommend playing this. I don't know if you have to do 1 or 2. I just put 2, and it came out pretty well. One Volcanomon with just get security attack +1, and that's when we play it. And it's a blocker. So, you know, helps out. 1 Metal Greymon from BT1. The 3k DP is all you really care about. There will have been times where if you get Ultimate Flared and this is your one that gets the Digivolve from 3, you actually can end on this, and it can be a 9k 3 checks, which has stuck before, so funny enough. 1 BT11 Metal Tyrannomon. So for on play and Digivolving, for each Green Black Tamer you have, you suspend one of your opponent's Digimon. So if you have 3 Tamers, you suspend 3. And then for one of your opponent's Digimon can't unsuspend. Pretty good. And then once per turn, when you an inheritable, when you swing over something, you can trash talk your opponent's security. This is any time. So if you block. So here's the thing: as long as you delete the Digimon in battle, it's a blocking. And then our EX1 Brigade, as I call them, which is Metal Mamimon, Metal Tyrannomon, Andromon. So all of them have the same when Digivolving effect, which is reveal a top 3, add a level 6, trash the rest, blocker, reboot, pop level 5. Play cost 5 or lower. Really, really solid. Can't help but loving these guys. It sucks that they're all at 1. I'm playing them all at 1 now, but it's been really good, so that's fine. One of the EX1 Metal Greymon just give piercing. That's really all it does. I mean, if you do 12 into this, it lets you pop Digimon. So, I like it. And then, a lot of utility. Gigadramon for jamming with Reboot. Starter deck Megadramon for blocker. BT6 Gigadramon. This is actually interesting. So, what does it do? It's also treated as red. Not like it ever comes up. I mean, when an option card can come up, but it's interesting. And then gives your opponent's turn, give this Digimon 2k DP, which means that Machinedramon is 13k if you put it underneath. Chaosdramon is 14, Chaosdramon X is 15k, so you get it. And our final cyborg is, or machine, is Metal Greymon X, Metal Greymon. For able to attack unsuspended. Do I really care about the DD12 effect? You can use it, but I don't really that often. So yeah, as you can see, we've actually really cut down our level 5s. And at first, I was like unclear if I really want to do that. I mean, if you look here, we only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 level 5s. Which is vastly lower than we've had in other profiles I've had on here, but I feel like this is the best ratio right now. I might change up a few, but neither here nor there. So now, let's talk about the big room. So we're going to go first in order. So our first ones. 2 copies of EXO Machinedramon. Yes, he is only at 2 now. We have closed down our big machine, our Triptychon, from 4 to 2. And that's because, honestly, there's much other things to digivolve into, and digivolving and making stack has become a little more prevalent in this deck profile, or in this deck. So, if you don't know what he does, or what it does, and this is pre-errata. I have the errata version. I just like playing my secret rare ones. So, on play, you may place 5 black or red level 5 cyborg or machine Digimon, or no, cyborg with their traits underneath him. Different card numbers too. That has to be a big one. And for each one you do, gain 1 memory for each one. So you're going to gain 5 if you put 5. He can have his DP reduced, and when he be deleted, trash 2 level 5s. Pretty good, and honestly, he's still probably, and I call him he because he's my boy, my bro. Honestly, like, I can't say much more about him than what I haven't said in every other deck profile I've done of this deck. Yeah, it sucks that I had to cut it down to 2, but honestly, it still flows really smooth, and you still see it. Plus, of another combo you can do with another one later. Then finally, 3 copies of BT11 Machinedramon. I have 2 pre-release ones. The third one not being one doesn't really bother me. It kind of does. So when digivolving or on play, the on play is actually really clutch. You reveal top 5, add 1 analog man if you see it amongst them, and 1 card with cyborg machine or traits. Either you add it to your hand or you place it underneath. And then on deletion, this is the big one. On deletion, you can tuck an analog man to play a Machinedramon from your hand. Now, you can play this for this, but you want to go EX1 Machinedramon more often than not. But you can. It's a really interesting interaction. 3 copies of EX3 Chaosdramon, you're going to be your primarily Digivolution target. So, on play when digivolving, you place 3 red or black level 5s with cyborg and the traits underneath him. Digivolve 1 for each one. Now, I've explained this in other deck profiles before. I'll explain it again really quickly. The Digivolve 1 is on 1 Digimon. So think Ultimate Flare or DG Dimension. You Digivolve 3 on 1 only. You don't get it spread on the board. It's 1 only. Then all turns, if he be deleted or returned to hand or deck, prevent that ability. Unfortunately, it does not work against Cross 7 Superior mode. At least I'm not sure, because it says send all sources back, then put it back. But whatever. I only lost a Cross Art last week, so. And then finally, our last level 6, the new guy, the new boy, Chaosdramon X Antibody. So he digivolves for 2 off of any Machinedramon or Chaosdramon. Starting your main phase, you may place a Digimon card with Cyborg War Machine at the bottom of his sources from the trash. That's once per turn. So Dormon will trigger. All turns, he gains all the effects of Chaosdramon and Machinedramon underneath him. And when he would be deleted once per turn, trash talk card your opponent's security stack. So you don't prevent the deletion, but you do get the delete. So on a real war, so one of the funny little interactions you can do, and I'll explain this more when I do Machinedramon mechanic, but I'll explain it right here because it's very easy to talk about right now. If you go this into this, put 3 swords underneath, do this, you actually do gain both effects because you both trigger when digivolving. They both will trigger. But you can choose not to have one. So I would more often not choose just to put the Chaosdramon effect rather than Machinedramon. But sometimes it helps. And when you run out of sources for this source, you can use, when he gets popped, you can use this Machinedramon to play another Machinedramon. Honestly, Digimon X has become such a big part of the team already. Only having you for 3 tournaments so far, you have become an MVP. You are the real MVP. You are the pro. Love running this card. I honestly wish it was slightly better if it would leave the field by any way. Because I'm going to be honest with you. Don't try to sound salty. Superior mode does shit on this deck a bit. Pardon my language. Poop on this deck. Whatever. Just hurts it. It really, really sucks. To have this big old stack and gets run by one superior mode. But it is life. For our tamers, we only run 4. Which is 4 copies of Analog Man. Smug bastard. Smug guy. Need 3 more pre-releases, but whatever. So, starting your main phase by trashing 1 level 5 card with Cyborg and its traits, gain a memory, draw 1. Really good. Means that you can be at 1 memory because your opponent tries to choke you out. Play this. Go to 2. Play Machinedramon. You're good to go. And then opponent's turn, when you're getting attacked directly, you can suspend this tamer, switch your target to a level 6 machine cyborg. Or machine Digimon. You have to be attacked directly. You can't use it if you're being attacked with, say, they're handling a little Digimon to get effects off. Has to be directly, but that's fine. He's still clutch. For options, 3 copies of Attack of the Heavy Mobile Digimon. Trash a card with Cyborg or Machine in the traits. All your level 6 Digimon with Machine in their traits gain Rush. And on play, if they have a source, gain Blitz. Because you can trigger your on plays in order. You can do Machinedramon's on play or Chaosdramon's on play. Then do the Blade Blitz. And then also in security, trash a Digimon Cyborg Machines. Then delete one of your opponent's Digimon whose play cost is less than or equal to. Clutch, really good. Can't say much more about it. It is pretty much the reason why this deck is still popular. Might keep it at 3, don't know yet. I tested this. This actually came up really nice. 2 copies of Super Eradication Attack. So what does it do? Well, if you have a level 6 Digimon with Machine in its traits, you can use this card without meeting card requirements. So if you have Machinedramon, you can use it. You choose one of your Digimon with Steam Machine Cyborg in traits. Delete that Digimon and one of your opponent's Digimon with less than or equal to DP. So, Chaosdramon X Antibiotics 13k HT can wipe out a lot. Plus if you play Jazzamon and plus Metal Grandma, he deletes up to 17k. That's a lot, and not many have DP to reduce it. And again, combine that with Chaosdramon X, trash copy security, or if you play this with Machinedramon, you get a Machinedramon for 3. It's 2 memory, which plays in AX1. Go up, gain 5 memory. You've basically gained 3 memory, so you're at 4 memory. It's really good. And then Insecurity has the exact same effect as Attack the Heavy Mobile Digimon. I might cut this to 1. I'm not sure yet. I might cut this to 1 either for a Ultimate Flare or the last card of our deck, which is the one of, and it's not Dig to FX. That would have been that's what I was thinking of. But I went 1 copy of Iron Fisted Onslaught. This is good against a lot of decks you can play this against. It really helps out against Cross Art because they have to lose resources. And if they go they go superior mode and they run into this cool, honestly, like, that's it. Like, I mean, against Cross 7 superior mode, which is the only card I'm worried about, it sucks not to have cards to deal with it. But honestly, this pulled out really clutch, and his deck has done really well. Played well against Hunters, played well against Red Hybrid, plays well against Guilmon, plays well against, even has a decent matchup against Black War Grey X, and Beelzemon is a coin flip in more ways than one. So yeah, I'll get over more into a lot of the ins and outs of the deck when we get to Machinedramon mechanics. So of course, let me know if you guys are excited for that. Let me know if you guys want to hear more specifics, like what you want to hear about in the profile or in the video. Let me know if you guys want to hear ideas for techs, like what are other Machinedramon you could play. Do I miss playing Kazu? Other things like that. And of course, do you want to see other decks being put up? Do you want to see updates to decks? let me know, and I will try to facilitate. Also alpha as well, but alpha won't get much more. I won't really put up an alpha profile until we get BT13. And for Debrig and for Dark Knight, I will probably I'll still upload a profile if you want it now, but I would probably also upload a profile once we get EX04. Yay! Yay! Anyway, so no, we're asking a lot of questions, but we thank you all for watching. Of course, thank you for coming out. Thank you for getting notifications. Thank you for watching the videos. I know I'm saying thank you a lot, but again, we appreciate everything you can. We're at 77, 76 subscribers right now. We think we can make it to 100 by the end of the year, maybe even more. So, thank you guys. Don't forget to share us, of course, and we appreciate everything you do for us. You know, you watch our videos. You know, you help us get this stuff going on. So, give yourselves a hand on the back, especially you, that guy Kevin. I can see you in the background. I see what you're doing. Give yourself a hand. Keep being a stud. And all of you are being studs out there. So don't think I'm only talking to Kevin. Just think I'm talking about you guys too. Anyway, well, as I can say, I'm Michael of the King's Court. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you all again next time.